Hey everyone, it's Alonda. Many of you have been asking about my Oura ring, and I've kind of downplayed it a little bit, but now more and more of y'all are asking, so I figured I would deep dive into my ring and eye. Please note that they are not sponsoring me. They did not send me this ring. I spent my own money. Now, for those of you who are new to my weight loss journey, my name's Alonda. I'm a 48-year-old mother of 6, a high school teacher, and I'm on a weight loss journey. I currently use both name brand and compound tirzepatide. So far, I've lost over 75 pounds, but I spent a pretty little minute in a stall. Oh yeah, that was not a fun place to be. I'm still kind of in it. My doctor says a stall is broken once you've moved 10 pounds past the same little range. I'm still in that range, but at least I'm not 196. I was 196 forever. And then I was 195. And then I went right back to 196. And so now I'm a further away from 196, but I still haven't hit the 186, which is what my doctor says actually breaks a stall, but whatever. Truth be told, when I was in the stall, I could not figure out why I was in the stall. And this is prior to meeting with my dietitian, because originally, many people were giving me great suggestions. Watch your stress level. Make sure you're getting enough rest. Cortisol plays a huge part in your inability to lose weight. So I was trying to look at all of these things. And that's how I ended up coming through with the Oura ring. Now, prior to all of that, last year, this exact time, I was using my Apple Watch. I had an Apple Watch from 2015, and she was my boo thing. I loved her until my weight started climbing up. And then I didn't want to see her no more because she was telling me stuff I didn't want to hear. She was like, you need to go for a walk. And I was like, I don't feel like it. Needless to say, I ended up blooming to 264.7 pounds, and I'm only 5'3". So my legs, my ankles, my joints, my everything was hurting, and I probably should have listened to my little Apple Watch. But by the time I was ready to listen, she was failing me. I actually took my Apple Watch to the the AT&T store, and the lady was like, so it's not holding a charge? I'm like, no, it only stays charged for 3 hours and then it dies. And she was like, well, ma'am, you got like a first generation. You need a new watch. And I was like, no, I don't want a new watch, because I didn't want to spend $300 when I was already paying $550 per month on medication. So I finally said, when Christmas comes around, I will look at all my options. And the Oura ring was one of the options I looked at. I even tried to be a cheap goat and buy a watch from Aldi. Oh yeah, they had knockoff Fitbits at Aldi for $7. So I bought one, and I used that bad booger for 2 days. And then somehow or another, I got water under the band and the watch broke. So I took it back to Aldi, and the guy was like, yeah, it's not water resistant. So you can buy several, or you could just not get it wet. And I was like, well, that's not feasible. How do I wash my hands? I mean, I'm not deep diving my hands in the water, but dang, like at some point I'm doing this so I can get to the towels. Needless to say, once I took that watch back, I was back to trying to figure out all options. So when it boiled down to it, I looked at the Oura ring. Now on the website, they suggest that you go to Best Buy and actually try on the ring. And in a moment, my people are gonna walk in the house, so I'm gonna pause this video in a moment. So I went to Best Buy. I tried on the sizing, because let's be honest, I'd already lost 70 pounds. I didn't know what size my fingers were. I can tell you, I can't rub most of my rings in there. I can tell you that. I have a lot of rings I can wear on my thumb, got thumb rings, but no actual rings that fit me. So once I got sized, I came home and I ordered it. So it roughly was $129. I'm gonna stop there. And then I'm gonna show you a video about all the things that the ring does. And then I'm gonna tell you the bads. I'm pausing you now. The Oura Ring is a smart ring that offers comprehensive approach to health tracking that includes sleep, recovery, and overall well-being. Here are some of the benefits of the ring. Here at the top, we have various categories. On this category, it tracks your heart rate. It also includes your recovery time, your stress, your sleep, and anxiety. It also breaks each one of these down to better help understand what's going on in your body. Your HRV includes indicators that show you information about your nervous system. Breaking down even further, we can move on to the fact that you can add a category. Here we're looking at your daily stress. Now note that it talks about your engagement and also your recovery of your stress. If you notice, it looks like I was stressed for 2 hours today, but that stress also includes my exercise activity, which that's my afternoon walk. And then my earlier 12 o'clock, that was me working out in the pool. Each category breaks down into subcategories. If we go over to our left-hand side, we can look at the main frame of our profile. This includes data as far as trends, reports, our meals, glucose. I have used the meal side before. You would just log in what meal you're eating. You can even take a picture and it will send it to you. I've kind of gone through and kind of played around with it, but this is one of the options. So you take a picture and it gives you the information. It doesn't give actual macros, but you can get a really good idea on your calorie count. Here we're talking about my cycle, and unfortunately my cycle did start today. Probably too much information, but I'm gonna go ahead and log it because it did start today. Surprisingly, it also keeps track of your body temperature. This can be helpful in detecting illnesses or how your body is trying to deal with other needs. Now we're looking at our physical activity. While it's not a dedicated sports watch, it will include steps, activity, or calories burned, and what kind of intensity that you have with your daily activity. Keep in mind, each category can be broken down even more to personalize your activity goals based on your needs. Moving forward, we're going to look at sleep. Sleep is very important, and the ring is actually able to analyze your light sleep, your dark sleep, your REM, what time you go to sleep, how effective your sleep is. I know for me, it will tell me, hey, Alonda, you laid down in the bed, but it took you 3 minutes to fall asleep. And then the next night, like, Alonda, you were in the bed and it took you 45 minutes to fall asleep. Most likely, I was on my phone. Moving on, we have readiness. Now, readiness is a broad category, but basically it talks about your sleep, your heart rate, your activity, your HRV, your overall recovery, basically just your holistic understanding of your body and what it needs to recover. It breaks it down, including the stress, the heart rate, and even more categories. All right, so now that you've deep dived into the app itself, let's talk about the things that I did not like. Here we go. First and foremost, you see I have two. Aha! This one was my original one. I got it, I charged it. I was able to wear it for 1 whole hour. And then it stopped connecting to the app. Now, the company itself only works by email. So it took 7 days for us to troubleshoot and for them to send me a replacement one. Yeah. I then emailed a bunch of times and said, what do you want me to do with this one? It's not working. I can't do anything with it. And I still have not received an answer. So I will say I am perturbed about the fact that there's no phone number I can call. All I could do was email back and forth. And it took 24 hours for them to respond. They would send me an email and say, hey, we want you to charge it and then do step A, B, and C. Let us know if it worked. I would do it, and then I would wait for a response 24 hours later. It took 7 days for them to finally say, we're just going to send you a new one. So again, that was a huge downfall. In addition, they did give me 30 days free on the subscription. Yes, loves. There is a subscription. There is a $5.99 a month subscription to monitor your ring. Yeah. And because I had the first 30 days free, I didn't even realize, hey, I should probably, because I was so frustrated. I was like, you know what? Screw this. I don't even want it now. I don't even want it. And then by the time I started emailing back saying, how do I send these back to you? Bam, my $79 charge. I thought it was going to be $5.99 a month. Nope, they hit me at one charge of $79 for the year. So I'm stuck using the ring. Another downfall to this ring, and this is a generation 3. They've since changed it, which is why it was on sale for $129, because then they have generation 4. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Inside of this ring, there are little grooves, okay? There are 3 little grooves inside of this ring. So when I take the ring off, you might see it now. You see the little watermark with my finger? And if you notice in my videos, I tend to rotate the ring. So every time I wash my hands, it doesn't go back onto the same finger because it's wet. And there's these little grooves. So I switch it. I switch hands. I switch everything. So the moment I wash my hands, it gets moved to a different finger. I did order a size 10 because originally I had the size 9 and it was pretty tight. Like in the beginning of the day, it was fine, but as the day would go on, because of the little grooves, I would get 3 little dots on my finger and that became annoying. But like I said, I have a 10 and I can play around with it on pretty much 4 fingers. I can even do my thumb. I can wear it on my thumb, my index finger, my middle finger, and actually I guess 6 fingers, because I can also do these. This one is way too loose, and this one is way too loose. So that is one of the things that I've noticed. If you get a 4, you won't see the little grooves. You won't feel the little grooves. But a 3, you will feel the grooves. I feel them. So bad customer service. That took forever. Oh my God, y'all, that took forever. And then the little grooves, because they are grooves. And then one of the biggest issues that people have noted is when you have an eye or Apple Watch, you can press the button and you can see all your details. I can't press the button to see all my details. I do have to go into the app to look at my details. Now that works for me because I don't want the daily reminder, you know, complete your circle, complete your circle, complete your circle. Now I will say I love getting the notification, you completed your circle. Oh, I love that. But to have the knowledge that I need to complete my circle, and y'all know I was walking 500 steps a day. That's what I did, 500 steps a day. So for it telling me, you know, complete your circle, I was like, oh, shut up. Oh, no more notifications. But that's how I felt about the watch. I would have gotten another watch had it not run me $300. And I still feel like I was kind of being used in a sense because Target was having a Christmas sale. So I could have got a Apple Watch for, I think, $175. But then AT&T was like, oh, you got to have a monthly charge with the watch. And I was like, why? I don't think I had one before. But she kept saying, no, you have to connect it. You have to connect it. You have to connect it. And I was just like, So maybe in the comments, can y'all tell me, with my Apple Watch people, do y'all have a fee with your cell phone bill for your Apple Watch? Because I hadn't heard that. And even co-parent was like, nah, this don't sound right. This don't sound right. But it's discreet. Like, it's discreet. Most people don't even realize I'm wearing the ring until like I hit something. And they're like, oh, you got an Oura ring. It does come in a bunch of colors. I just chose silver because I tend to wear silver. That's just what I do. And yeah, so would I buy this tracker again? Yes. Yes, I would. Even despite the beginning initial issues, I would probably buy it again because I do like it. There's some cons to it, but I do like it. Even with my Apple Watch that I used to have, I would get the little marking. I don't know what I'd be doing when I wash my hands. I think I'm a surgeon because I'd be like all scrubbing. But when I take the watch off, I would get that little ring from the faceplate, and I would just let it air off. Oh, speaking of the battery life, I can wear the ring for 5 days, fully charged. Well, not fully charged, but I can charge it and it'll last 5 days. When I do take it off to charge it is actually when I go take a shower. So it usually charges within about an hour. I don't take an hour-long shower, but it gives me a mindset to charge it, do what I gotta do, and then I go back, grab it, and continue my day. So 5 days full charge. I say full charge, but 5 days of a charge. So I hope you found this information helpful. Again, people usually say, would I buy it again? Yeah. Even despite the issue I had with the first one not connecting and staying connecting and having to go through customer service and all the hoopla around it, I would still get another one. I love the fact that it tells me when I'm stressed and I'm able to add tags. I kid you not. On my son's graduation, it did note that I was stressed. Like when I was waiting in line to go through security, when he walked across the stage, I was like, ah! It noted that as stress. It even noted when I met his girlfriend ex-girlfriend for the first time. It spiked. So I was able to use that to his detriment. I was like, this relationship is stressing me out. You see, look at the photo. Look at the time of the photo. Look at my Oura ring. Stress. And so, yeah, I don't think that's what caused them to break up, but it was one of the selling points that I had. Yeah, it was one of the selling points. So I can tell when I'm stressed out. It does keep track. It also keeps the menstrual cycle for the ladies. So I'm able to minimize using 3 apps into one. I'm also able to take pictures of my food. While it doesn't give me all the macros per se, it does keep an overall track of this is an estimated X amount of calories that you're intaking. So that's beneficial for this job, for this journey. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop because I'm rambling. I've been talking for, I kid y'all not, 35 minutes. And I want this video to be 12. So I'm gonna stop talking now. Bye, y'all.